With the Earthrise Starscream being an updated mold of an old figure, which, to be fair, was good for its time, it left the current Seeker mold not being that good, and with everyone but Starscream being hard to get, to the point where this isn't even the official Skywarp, it's a custom I made, along with this Thundercracker, and hell, my Trailbreaker is the Selects release, but we can be off track. It left me wondering if the Coneheads improved the mold or if it was worse. So this is a review for the Transformers Legacy Reissue Dirge. Starting off in vehicle mode, Dirge transforms into an unlicensed F-15 Eagle, which every Seeker has turned into. But this one has modified wings, which do look nice. I do wish the colour they picked for him wasn't this yellow, but it is fine. I love all the little greeblings he has, such as all these details running down the body, all the way down to the thruster parts. I love all the little details, and I even love the thrusters of this Seeker. Like, sure, they're not the normal round thrusters that the jet normally has, but I do like them. They give off, like, a fast engine type thing. I just don't like that they're differently coloured, like the top of them are black, the bottom of them are blue. I don't like how mixed matched they are. If I'm looking at it from a top perspective, it's fine, or a bottom perspective, it's fine. Just when you're looking at it from the back, the two colours kind of clash, but it's fine. I love the cockpit detail that it has, like all the way running down to the nose cone with the black tip, and the actual cockpit itself, I like how there's even little molded detailing in there. Like, that's detailing they didn't have to give us because the cockpit doesn't open, but they took their time to add the detail in there. It's really nice. The only parts about this jet mode I don't really like are the top parts of the wings, because on my copy specifically, they are loose, so one little nudge can send them flying. Otherwise, they do keep the wings and make them look nice. Now, the worst part about this figure is the underside. Because on Starscream, you had access to his flight port by moving up his hip skirt. But on this figure, they've retooled how the legs work so you can't get access to the flight stand without moving these huge panels out of the way. And even when you're using the flight stand, you can't close them back up because the shins are too big. So that's the only part about Dirge here that I don't really like. But hey, Dirge looks so good in jet mode that I just had to get some pictures, so here they are. Transformation on Dirge is just standard Seeker transformation where you pull down the legs, fold out the arms, put the nose cone down and reveal the head. It's simple. The only part I don't like about it is how the nose cone ends up on the back of the figure. That's due to how this thing was tooled all the way back in the classics where it was first made. So when they updated it, they didn't really put it anywhere else. I would have been fine with it if not for the fact that there's so much space in the chest that they could have put the nose cone in. But other than that, it is a nice easy transformation. Here we are in robot mode, and Dirge looks good. But starting off, we'll go up to his head and, why is he screaming? This is a decision I don't understand that they made, was making them scream. Like, Skywarp was the same. Thundercracker and Starscream's heads, they were fine. And then Skywarps are screaming. And the same thing seems to happen here with Dirge, where Ramjet and Thrust, they're not screaming. And then Dirge? He's screaming all over the place. I don't get it. It was the same on the exclusive release. It just doesn't look that good. But otherwise, it does look fine. I do like the details they did put on the nose cone part itself, which does make it look good. But moving down to his chest, it is quite unique. This is something I like about the Coneheads. In the show, they went toy accurate, kinda. They tried capturing more details from the toys, and that's something I wouldn't have noticed if I hadn't ever picked up a G1 toy. Like, sure, you got the thruster details, and then you got the square boxes underneath, which are on the G1 toy. It just gives it a nice unique body type, and even the parts underneath it, that's different from how Starscream's is, which does make it more unique. I really like how it all looks here. I just love how well it blends the nose cone into the body. And moving down to his legs, they look really good. Now, in the G1 show, they had the extended knees, and that's due to the fact that the G1 toy didn't have knees at all, so that was just his entire shin. So in order to capture that in the show, they just extended the shins of the Coneheads, and to capture that here in toy form, they did the exact same thing. They moved the shin up, which I do like. It gives it a nice unique look. It does hinder the jet's flight stand though, and that's something that will always annoy me. But hey, at least these shins look good, like there's little molded details all through it. And even the vent thrusters on the shins themselves, they're bigger than how Starscream's is. As Starscream's is slim and small, these are big and thick. It is really unique. I do love how it looks. Posability on Dirge is standard. Starting off, he has a ball joint at the head, allowing for a little up, a little down, as well as swivel. Arms can go back 90, it can go all the way forward and out to the side, but it gets no back due to the wings getting in the way. There's bicep swivel, elbows bend just above a 90, I'd reckon, and the hands move up. There's no waist swivel, which is really annoying. Legs are unimpeded going forward and out to the side, but there's no back movement due to the butt flap. There's thigh swivel, knees have a deep bend, and there's foot pivot. As well as the wings can move back and forth. Accessory wise, Dirge gets the standard Seeker null rays, which do look good. I like all the little details they have on it. That's more detail than I thought they'd ever put on them. And they plug nicely into the shoulders of him, and it just really completes his look. But taking a deeper look at the null rays himself does show all these little details, like these little vent parts where the wings are. There's a little nub area, and there's even some like ribbing, I'd want to call that, on the tip of it. I just really love how the null rays look, and they can even use blast effects. But hey, Dirge here looks so good in Robo Mode that I just had to give him some poses, so here they are. This has been the review for the Transformers Legacy Evolution Dirge. Tell me, what do you think about this figure? Do you like him? Did you pick him up? Or do you skip him entirely? Personally, I like him. I do like that they reissued him for Legacy, because trying to hunt down any of the Seekers in Earthrise that wasn't Starscream was a pain. I do like him quite a bit. I just wish the nose cone wasn't hanging off the back and the head wasn't screaming. But tell me, what do you think? Thanks for watching.